Good evening and welcome to Pops Around the House. I appreciate you coming back and looking at this video. I'm looking at the digital asset auction, the Bounce token, and I'm on the 4-hour chart on TradingView, and I want to show you what I did with a recent 30% gain in a trade I did, and it took me 10 days. No leverage at all. Now what I did was of course, looking at the charts, looking for a buy opportunity, and primarily what I look at is market cipher, which I do not have shown on here. I just wanted to try to keep this real simple, but I saw a buying opportunity right here that the price was going to it had gone up, and then it kind of leveled off for a bit, and I bought right here at $7.47, and then I waited and I kept an eye on the charts, and down here in this particular section is the purple line is the RSI, the relative strength index. Sorry, I had a brain blackout there, senior moment there. So the relative strength index was coming up, and also the yellow line is the simple moving average, both on the uptrend, and both more or less had just crossed the 50% line, which is a good indicator of future upward movement. So over the next 8 days, the price went up a bit. It almost went up to my 25% level, which this yellow line is the 25% level, and I'll tell you why I changed that in a minute. But price went up, price corrected, up again, down, up, and this is what happens when price goes up. It doesn't go directly up. It goes up and down and up and down, and eventually gets to a point where on a longer term time period I feel that it's going to come down and get into one of these situations again where it's really not doing anything impressive for a few days, and I think that's where we are right now. I could be wrong, it doesn't matter. The fact is that I bought on November 7th, and November 17th I sold at a 30% gain. And what had happened was, at this green line, I originally, when I bought the asset, I originally put in a plus 25% sell order, again no leverage, but at the same time, right at this this blue line, and I'm going to go over to the daily chart, which will change this dramatically, and notice in particular the simple moving average and the RSI. So go over to the daily chart and get rid of these drawings right here. And on the daily chart, I see that the simple moving average is kind of leveling out. It's not going up so dramatically anymore. So I had felt, first of all, I felt I could squeeze another 5% out of it, and also that was about all I could go. If I thought I could go higher, I would. So let's put these back again, put the drawings back on, and go back to the 4-hour moving average, or 4-hour chart. And so I changed this 25% order to 30%, which is at $9.71. And actually, if I look at this candle right here, is where it sold, and the price went up to $9.75. Okay, and then it started coming down. So again, right here's $9.75, and it started coming down again. Now it is coming back up a little bit, but it's still not over. It's now at $9.22. But so there's a, like I said, a 25% trade. I'm going to reset this chart view. move it out there. Now, what happens in 10 days? Okay, somebody might say, well, listen, Eric, why don't you just let it ride? Well, let me tell you why I don't let it ride. Okay, I'm going to pull up my calculator here, and I'll clear this. This is how you compute percentages. So let's say I start with $10. Okay, times 1.3, that is a 30% increase. Okay, and every time as you can see, 10 plus 30 is $13. Every time I hit equal, and remember, this is in 10 days. Okay, so how many 10-day time periods are in 1 year? There are 36.5. Okay, now, this is crazy, but if something can be done one time, it can be done 2 times, 3 times. In other words, it's repeatable. So, what if I could get a 30% gain every 10 days throughout the course of an entire year? On average, I'm talking. Okay. Well, every time I press equal, it adds 30%. Okay. Now, I'll give you the shortcut here. If I do that 36 times, potentially a $10 bill could turn into $126,000 plus dollars. Now, that is a 12,600x timesing of my original $10. Now, there is no way that holding any asset is going to, I really don't, it would be insanely rare for this to happen. For any asset, certainly not Mounts or Bitcoin, etc., any of the big ones, they're not going to multiply in their value by 12,600 times. So this is why I trade, and I shoot for a reasonable gains, 25, 30%, 40% maybe. Sometimes I get to 15%, and the chart, the analytics change, and the price looks like it's going to go down, and I don't want to wait, so I'll just bail out at 15% gain, and move on to the next one. But you can see the dramatic possibilities with a 30% or a 25% gain every week or 2. It's just dramatic possibilities. Now, again, so why don't I just wait? Here's another reason. Okay, as I said, price goes up for a bit and then it comes down. A lot of times it levels off. Okay, so you see how it dips here, the simple moving average. Okay, I personally think, looking at the charts, that this is going to pull back soon and it will dip. And let's say hypothetically I want it to hold on for another 30%. Well, I don't think it's going to happen in 10 days, okay, because you see how long this was. This was maybe, if I figure this out, it might be about 6, 7, 8 days. So right now, I'm going to look for a different asset that is back here at this stage. So in the next 10 days, perhaps with a different asset, I'm going to be able to do another 30% of my money. Now, which I have split up into 20 segments for different assets, because something's always going up and something's always coming down. And in a beginning of a bull market like this, the trend is generally upward. Okay, so if I stayed in auction, I might be waiting for the next 8 days to get back to the buying stage, whereas I could find something that I'm in the buying stage right now. So this is why I'm doing it this way, and I'm keeping records, and I think I'm going to be absolutely stunned at the end of the year I'm already stunned, and I'm only 2 months into this. So more on that as time goes on. Listen, thank you for listening. I hope I'm giving you some ideas. And this video is not financial advice. This is me sharing a personal challenge, documenting it, and also I am sharing it with my family and friends to let them see what old Pops is doing on a daily basis. Okay, take care. I appreciate you listening, and if you would, please put a like on the video. It will help me build and grow my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.